The reason you can't stop thinking at night. Your bed is the most dangerous place your brain has ever been. Not because of nightmares, not because of stress. Because it's the first moment all day where there's nothing else to do. No task, no screen, no input. Just you and every thought your brain quietly queued up while you were too busy to notice. And your brain doesn't let that opportunity go to waste. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain runs two competing systems. One handles focused, directed thinking, the kind you use to solve problems, respond to emails, navigate conversations. The other is called the default mode network. It activates when external demands drop. When you stop doing things, it starts. The default mode network doesn't rest. It reviews, it simulates, it rehearses conversations you should have had, and imagines ones you haven't had yet. It pulls up unresolved situations and runs them forward. It asks what you should have said, what might go wrong, what people think of you. It was built for survival. Ancestrally, the quiet moment was when you were supposed to process the day, identify threats, and prepare for tomorrow. Your brain still runs that program every night. The problem is the world changed and the program didn't. You don't have predators to prepare for. You have emails. You have a conversation from Tuesday that didn't land right. You have a decision you haven't made yet. Your brain treats all of it with the same urgency it once reserved for things that could actually kill you. That's why night feels loud. There's also something happening with cortisol. Your stress hormone follows a daily rhythm. It peaks in the morning to wake you up and slowly drops through the day. By evening, it should be low, but modern life keeps triggering small stress responses throughout the day. A notification, a deadline, a moment of social friction. Each one sends a small cortisol spike. None of them get fully resolved. By the time you lie down, you're carrying a residue of unprocessed activation that has nowhere to go except inward. Your body is ready to sleep. Your nervous system isn't finished yet. Then there's the absence of dopamine. All day, your brain has been fed input. Constant, varied, stimulating input. Every scroll, every notification, every new piece of information gave your brain a small hit of anticipation. It got addicted to the pace. Then you lie down and the pace stops completely. The contrast is jarring. Low stimulation after high stimulation doesn't feel like calm. It feels like something is missing. Your brain, still running at daytime speed, starts generating its own stimulation. It picks a thought, pulls on it, follows it somewhere, picks another. It's not anxiety. It's your brain trying to maintain a stimulation level it spent all day being trained to expect. The thoughts that surface aren't random either. Your brain prioritizes unfinished things. There's a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik Effect. Your mind holds open loops more actively than closed ones. Anything unresolved, unsaid, undecided sits in a kind of active memory buffer. At night, with no new inputs competing for attention, those open loops rise to the surface automatically. The more you try to avoid thinking about something during the day, the louder it gets at night. Suppression doesn't close the loop. It just delays it. And then you try to force yourself to stop thinking, which creates a new problem. Trying not to think about something requires thinking about it. The instruction, "Don't think about this," contains the thing. You monitor yourself for the thought, which means you keep activating it. The effort to silence your mind becomes the reason it won't go quiet. This is why people who try harder to sleep often sleep worse. The performance anxiety of trying to fall asleep is its own form of arousal. Your brain treats the pressure to stop thinking as a threat and responds by becoming more alert. The mechanism isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was built to do. Processing, protecting, preparing. It just has no way of knowing that the thing you're replaying at 1 a.m. is a work email and not a predator outside the cave. What actually works isn't silencing the thoughts. It's giving the brain something low stakes to do instead. Something that occupies just enough attention to prevent the default mode network from taking over, but not enough to actually engage you. A quiet podcast, a slow, familiar audiobook, monotonous background sound. You're not tricking your brain. You're giving it a task small enough that it stops inventing its own. The night isn't when your thoughts betray you. It's when they finally get their turn. The only real question is whether you give them something useful to land on, or leave them nothing but silence and unfinished business.